cool. It's moist as. Even misting a little bit of rain, as you can probably see. Just the absolute, I mean, look at that soil. Beautiful. The boys are missing out today, I tell ya. So, well, we got a race coming up next weekend. I'll probably actually, let me think, I'll probably go home and edit this afternoon and maybe upload it tonight, just to, I don't know, just as something to do. I'm not doing much this weekend. Well, I was supposed to do more. We were supposed to mark out this track for this race next weekend. But that didn't happen because of the weather. And so, we got maybe one more chance to mark it out next weekend on Saturday and then race it on the Sunday. But that's next weekend, so I definitely need to just keep up with the bike fitness, you know. Excuse me. And then after that we've got the QORC round down in Goondiwindi. But that's about another, it's about a month away, about 3 weeks. And that's going to be, well, I'm still contemplating whether or not to go. It's a long drive for me, it's like 12-13 hours. But I feel like I should keep doing them because I'm coming first in my class in points. Which is not, it's alright. I've only gotten a 3rd place out of the first 4 rounds. All the rest are like, you know, 4th and 5th. Actually, they literally all are 4th and 5th. 2 5ths, a 4th and a 3rd. That's enough to get first place in points. And we're also trying to stay sharp for the hard enduro round at Mount Morgan coming up in about just over a month. The grassroots hard enduro Ironstone Extreme. My track here out at home is a bit more suited practicing for the hard enduro. Just a lot of, you know, a lot of first gear crawling around. But it all helps, you know. There's still plenty of sections that I can do some like speed training, stuff like that, just practice going fast and keeping intensity up. But yeah, so I did the same event last year, the same hard enduro event. I forget what it was called then, the Capricorn Extreme. Now it's called the Ironstone Extreme, I don't know why, but whatever. And yeah, I did silver last year, and oh man, like got probably 70-80% of the way through, and just couldn't do it, man. Like, I mean, I was also at the same time mindful of the fact that my parents had driven me down there and were waiting for me to finish so we could start driving home. And I'm looking at like at least another 2 hours of racing. It's like 3 in the afternoon, and I'm like, fuck, man. One of the dudes that I was riding with, you know, he kept pushing me too, which was good. It's great, actually, the sort of friends you make along the road or along the race. But yeah, he's going, come on, man, we got to do it. And I'm like, fuck, bro, I just can't. I need to get back in time so that we can actually leave and get home at a decent hour. I just don't want to, you know, I don't want to put my parents through that shit. And it was also a good excuse to to fucking quit. So I just jumped on the bronze track for the rest of it and cruised home. So I need to do it again this year, and I want to finish the silver track and not treat it as a race, because that's sort of what I treated it like last time. You know, I come into it hot thinking, yep, here we go, I'm gonna fucking try and, you know, do really well. And I did. You know, I went from like pretty much starting second last, like 70th place, and moving up into about the 30th or something like that. So, you know, that's good, really. But this time I need to just treat it as more of a challenge to finish, as opposed to trying to race it. Yeah, so definitely think I'll try and do it again. I got to register for it ASAP, but yeah, this is good training for it. It's just very tight and technical first gear stuff, as you'll see. Oh, a little bit of rain starting to come down, which is nice. But then yeah, all this sort of practice as well definitely helps towards the enduro, you know, the more sprint enduro races as opposed to the hard enduro stuff. You know, all bike time is good. Fuck, we have had a bit of rain, hey, look at this. Oh, this is slippery. And I've only got my mid-soft tyre on. Not my regular gummy. Fuck, I need to come through and clear this. It's too overgrown. Actually, I might, eh? I'll probably cut a lot of this stuff out. Not too bad through here. I just don't want to hit spider webs, man. There's some big fucking spiders out here. Uh-oh, we're stuck. All good, all good. I changed my fork seals too recently, because they were, well, one of them started leaking, and I had realised that I'd never even changed the fork oil in this bike since I've had it. So that's at least 150 or so hours of yeah, not changing the fork oil. Let's just say I don't know if what I poured out of one of them was really even oil. It was more just like muddy water. But it was fucked. They were so stiff. I noticed it during the ALRC race. They were just so harsh. They were bouncing up and down, you know, like really harsh rebound. The compression was very stiff, which It was the rebound actually that was the worst. So yeah, switch the seals. Some nice new Penrite oil, good Australian stuff, and yeah, awesome. So flush and nice now. You can come in your corners and brake, and you absorb. You know, like oh, it's just oh shit. That's neutral. Yeah, no, really good actually. So I'm a bit annoyed at myself because I was saying that all year, even since the first day ORC. You know, I was like, man, my forks are so harsh. I'm gonna have to do something about them. And yeah, it didn't until I had to, and then realised like shit, I should have done something about these forks a long time ago. So let that be a lesson. Switch your fork oil out. Even just draining it, even just doing your fork oil on its own, it's not actually that hard. You just, I don't know, depends what bike you have, but it's pretty simple to just drain it and put new oil in. Alright. And yeah, man, really big difference. Now it's made me realise that I probably should do my rear suspension. You know, do the oil in that, so that'll be probably next. Fuck, there's always spider webs down through here, man. Snap some of these. Fucking hot. Oh, it's humid, very steamy. And yeah, so my bike feels a lot nicer. Now I'm keen to do my rear suspension. Excuse me, and that'll probably make it even better. So I'm also oh fucking hell. I'm also debating at the moment on what to get for this hard enduro round, because I don't have a bash plate. You know, like I've got a skid guard, but I got nothing that protects my exhaust. And I did it fine last year without one, but I definitely wish I did have one, just to make it, it's more forgiving. You know, you can bring your bike down on top of a log without worrying about fucking your exhaust. Whereas like last year I was so mindful of like, all right, got to get over this so we don't fuck our exhaust. And then another one is a fucking thermo fan, because I did going up a hill, you know, a lot steeper than this and just windy back and forth, because I was stuck behind a bunch of dudes, and you're just sitting there and you're just waiting your turn to power off to the, you know, to just cruise to the next corner and then just sit there and wait. Yeah, my bike started overheating and I'm like, shit, okay, definitely need a thermo fan. But I get a thermo fan and a bash plate and we're looking at like $700. Oh, I know, big money. Not to mention I have to register for this event and then buy you got to buy a race number, I think, or something, I don't know, or you can reserve one. They've also got some rules that I don't really agree with, and how you have to have your numbers, you know, just backgrounds and numbers, which are totally different than any other race formats. But, you know, that's whatever. But, I mean, I'm just going to put fucking grey duct tape and just Nico on a number. You know, for silver class, they want a silver background with black numbers. Well, you know, I'm not going to get an entirely new sticker kit made up for that, so... Oh, anyway, let's keep going. So yeah, I'm sort of tossing up now whether or not do I just get a thermo fan or do I get a thermo fan and a bash plate and really just spend a bit more money than I probably should. Or do I risk it? Just get the thermo fan and I mean the pipe on this is the original pipe and it's already pretty fucking dented and fucked. It's still fine to use, but I think I'd rather, if I had to choose just the, you know, one, I think I'd rather wreck my pipe than overheat and cook my bike, because you're looking at a lot more damage with that. God, there's some shit here. Let me just get rid of this because it's been annoying me for a long time. I think I'd rather a thermo fan. Oh fuck. Not today, eh? That's right. We'll just push. Fuck off, Lantana. God, alright, fuck, we might have to go back down. What are we hitting on? Oh, that rock. Actually, maybe if we come around the other side. That's better. Alright. Fucking hell. Can't. Yeah, this is where I gotta get my rear strap. That's actually on order. Oh man. So yeah, a little bit of racing coming up in the next next month or so. Which means I need to save my money. Because it gets a bit expensive traveling so far with the cost of petrol at the moment, or just in general. So yeah, I need to just be riding every weekend, trying to watch my figure during the week, because obviously when you have your suspension dialed in and you put on 5 kilos or something, it's not ideal. Yeah, do spin classes, go for a run as often as I can. We'll just say that. Maybe once a week. But I've been doing more spin classes, so that sort of makes up for it. It's good cardio. It's just, you know, stationary bike for about an hour or less. Just, you know, high intensity cardio training. Normally I like to just crawl my way through these. Take my time just to hone in on your technical skills, but I need to also practice going fast through some difficult sections, because I think that's just how I'm going to have to, that's how I'll have to get better. No spiders yet, I mean, touch wood. Touch that bit of wood. I think it's past their sort of season. See a lot more spiders out here in the summer. Once it starts to get a bit damp and cold, I don't know, they just don't... what's this? And then, yeah, we got our good to windy. Let's go cruise. Let's just cruise up this way, ready? Seated the whole time. I mean, that's exactly how you don't want to do it. But I always feel like it's good to practice just going slow and sitting down, because that's how you can get through a lot of difficult shit. It's not the best or the fastest way, but you'll get through it. What the hell was that? Yeah, Gunda windy in 3 weeks. If this race up here doesn't happen, yeah. Hopefully it does. I got a couple of mates that have been hanging out for it, you know. It's already been postponed once. Yeah, maybe they can postpone it one more time, but this is such a fucking annoying area too. I need to come through with the cane knife, clear it all up. This is just my sight lap too. And if you're thinking, wouldn't you know how the track goes? Like, why would you need to sight it? It's for spiders. Because if you come in hot and you see a spider at the last fucking second, like, yeah, there's no avoiding it. So I prefer to just do one nice little chilled out lap, sort of like a warm up as well, really. Making sure there's no spiders, and then we can come back, do a lap with actual heat. Bit of pace, and we'll probably do one more fast lap after this, then I might do a reverse lap. The other week, me and a mate were out here riding, and we did like 2 laps. I was like, yeah, what? Oh, do you want to go backwards? I've never gone backwards. And he's like, oh yeah, I suppose. And yeah, man, it was almost better. Some of the downhills actually made better hill climbs, but alright, that looks pretty safe. Currently a hard enduro happening in Serbia. I think it's a 3 or 4 days. With all the pros, you know, Billy Bolt, Lettenbichler, Jarvis, the rest. I'm a big Jarvis fan, actually. Absolutely love him. He doesn't have exactly the most, he's not the most, what's the word? I guess he doesn't have the sort of like young personality like Billy Bolt, you know? Which is why I prefer to watch someone like Billy Bolt, because he's entertaining and he's good. But then Jarvis is just, and I consider him up there with people like, I don't know, like, you know, like Wayne Gretzky and Don Bradman and fucking people that are just so good at their chosen sport that they're just another level above everybody else, you know? And I mean, obviously it's a bit of a stretch to compare someone like Jarvis to fucking Gretzky, but it's, yeah, I just think he's just so fucking good for how old he is. Had all this, you know, hard enduro stuff kicked off 20 years earlier. And it was already all there, but, you know, officially with all the FIM hard enduro and all the Red Bull events that get in behind it, you know. I think that he was just a little bit behind. Well, he pioneered it, you know, really. But now you've got, you know, young dudes like Bolt coming in and winning these world titles. That honestly, Graham, he'll never win them because, yeah, he's a really good hard enduro rider. But you put him on a classic enduro through the grass, you know, like this, just flat track, and he's not going to do as well. And that's not his fault. Oh, big mushrooms. That's right. We'll have to go mushroom hunting this afternoon. Anyway, that's a small little lap. I'll probably end the video here. Might add in a couple of snippets that happen while I'm racing around if it's anything interesting.